It is a very good evening to you. Welcome to News Plus here on ZTN Prime. I'm Samantha Rusare.
Peace before, during and after election is a non-negotiable virtue. It is sacrosanct. Zimbabwe goes to the polls on 23 August and the country's leadership is alive to this fact. President Mnangagwa has hinted at setting up specialized courts to handle any cases of political violence. In his weekly column in the Sunday Mail, the president said, "Let me sternly warn those bent on political violence that a harsh response awaits them. We consider political violence a challenge to the whole state, in which all levers of the state, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary must act in concert and with a strong, unflinching sense of shared resolve and common purpose to stamp it out. Those guilty of acts of violence or for inciting political violence must be speedily put away so that they do not become a menace to society and to its democratic processes." This is how serious authorities are in dealing with violence. Police, on the other hand, have already set up an elections command team to ensure a peaceful and credible election.
We want to urge Zimbabweans to observe peace, to be responsible in their language as they campaign, particularly politicians.
Moving on, beat plastic pollution is Zimbabwe's slogan for this year's World Environmental Day commemorations. The day is celebrated globally every 5th of June to encourage awareness and action to protect the environment. Zimbabwe is battling a growing plastic population problem with 340,000 tons of plastic waste being produced yearly. Now, environmentalists are calling for a total ban on single-use plastics.
Encouraging the use of biodegradable alternatives and reusable carrier bags. And this, of course, applies to our supermarket and retail shops. Number 2 out of 5, more investment is required in service delivery, particularly in waste management, to limit environmental degradation.
Most of the plastic waste yatiri kuwana iri kuma landfill nemuma incinerator is because, number 1, hatina alternative. When we go into our supermarkets, when we are trying to package my groceries or we are buying anything, the recyclable options aripo anodhura.
The Zimbabwe Mercantile Exchange says it has lined up 60 million United States dollars worth of financing, which it hopes will brighten the prospects for the liquidity-constrained market. ZMX Chief Executive Colin Tafumane spoke to ZTN Prime earlier today.
Financiers have been coming in, and so far we have had a handful coming in, and the indications are around $10 million facilities that can actually be put in place for this marketing harvest season. So far, with the farmers that have come in, there is a $50 million commodity fund that has also been set up and registered, which is just waiting for one last regulatory approval to come in and also avail the liquidity needed. So we expect quite a lot of interest and activity from various financiers.
Ngezi Platinum Stars moved back to the top of the Casablanca Premier Soccer League with a 1-0 win over Yada at the National Sports Stadium. Nigel Makumbe scored the only goal of the match as Ngezi leapfrogged Highlanders into first place with 23 points.
One of the guys who came through the Ngezi under-19 side of Walter Vua into the box. Low cross. An opportunity, and it's in! Low, more of a cutback, look at that. And Makumbe lashed onto it. Look at the power behind the ball. Oh, magnificent that.